Hello and welcome, everybody. Welcome back to Comedian MTG. My name is Ian, and today I have a fantastic, lovely guest, one of my oldest friends in the community, and also one of the most influential people in this community as far as doing good, making cEDH look great, and being an all-around upstanding individual. We have Hire here. Hire, say hey.
Hey guys, so excited to be here. Hire is a funny name because it's my last name, and so I never get old. It never gets old. Some people be like, "Oh, what's your name on Discord?" "Oh, it's 69er Big Penis Man." Like, wait, what? No, it's just Hire. Easy to remember. So excited to join you today, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Which is crazy because 69er Big Penis Man is my actual last name. So
I thought so. That's why I got the inspiration from.
Yeah. Comedian's completely unrelated. So today we're here talking about what I feel like I can affectionately call your brainchild, which is the Fishbowl, right?
Yeah.
I know it's a collaboration between you and TC's Rockets, but this is the sixth one. I was at the last one, which was awesome and fun and amazing. And we're here talking about the next one, this pretty stacked tournament series.
Yeah, holy smokes. It's Fishbowl 6, the sixth iteration of this series. Originally started at TC's Rockets with the idea of getting a tournament series on the West Coast. It's really hard to host big tournaments here. They're really expensive. And the community really asked for something that was, not only like brought forth by the community, but like something that the community could attend easily and kept local here to Southern California. So this iteration is on October 25th and 26th. It is a 15K proxy-friendly cEDH tournament. This is a Comp REL tournament with we have our head judge, Baldy. Oh my God, such a good judge. And we have a whole team of judges that will be there this year, similar to how it was last year. This is a 300-person tournament, so we will have a total of 7 rounds with a top 16 and a final cut. And both the top 16 and final cut are untimed. There is a slight stipulation to that, and I will just announce this here. In the top 16 and in the finals, we will have a 4-hour cap.
Seems perfectly reasonable.
Right. If we, in top 16, if we see the rounds are going to be, we hit hour 3, we will definitely be shaving down that time by having judges really be on it when it comes to time, right? Hey, make your game actions, and that will be a big thing. In this tournament, one of the biggest differences that people might see from any other Fishbowl than to this year is our breakdown on going on hard on time. People like to politic. We want to respect people's ability to have agency, but time violations will be called.
And what's nice is that the 20-minute turn 0 rule has really helped, because last Fishbowl, that was not in place, right? And so I think that rule being in effect, I don't know if you've seen this in your local scenes too, but basically since that rule went into place, I feel like every sort of unnecessarily drawn out game where someone's trying to win on top of someone trying to win on top of someone trying to win, those are mostly dead in the format. Thank goodness. Well, I mean, I got to shout out this, as you mentioned, this has been such a huge event for the West Coast, right? Because historically the East Coast does eat up a lot of these big cEDH tournaments, right? And grateful to live there, but at the same time, it's nice to be able to go across the country and have an event like this where you and the folks over at TC's really just put your whole back into it and throw in an insane event every time. So it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I'm really excited. We have Ken Meyer returning as one of our artists.
Cool.
We have some token artists that are going to be there this year. They're local to not San Diego, but to SoCal. And I'm really excited for people to see their art. They're really, really talented. Propaganda Games and TCs are going to be vending this year. Both. I mean, I love Propaganda, so I'm trying to have them at every event. And then, so excited. Our playmat this year is done by Benishuga.
Do you want to a little preview of that?
This is a sketch of what we have going on. The idea of, do you pay the one? No.
Fantastic.
I'm so excited. we have we also have a token that's being designed by Gold Sabertooth. So really excited. A lot of really good art that's going to be seen. That's one of the things that I really want for Fishbowls moving forward is I want to really celebrate artists.
Yeah.
So if you're watching this and you're like, I want to be there, I want to be at the Fishbowl, let me know. Something that one of the artists said from last year is that they made more money in the first 2 hours of day one than they thought they were going to make the entire weekend.
Wow.
So it's a very profitable event. That's one of the things that I also want to get like other TOs to understand if you want to run a tournament in on the West Coast is that because there's so few large events.
Yeah.
People are hungry. West Coast players don't get a chance to see artists, right? Unless they go to Vegas, they're really not seeing a lot of the cool artists, right? Yeah. So, reach out. Happy to have a conversation. There's still space for artists if they want to join the Fishbowl, and we would love to have you there. Really, really cool. So in terms of cEDH, that's pretty much what we're doing for the cEDH. But we do have some side events. We have a Legacy 1K. That I'm really excited about. That filled up last year really fast. It was shocking. And then we have on day 2, we start our redemption events. These are on demand. So these are 16 player fire as soon as they're full. And at that time, the top deck season will be in full swing. So all the things that we can do in terms of give PETA points, we're going to try to do. I know bronze events are a little bit different with points this year. But we're going to do everything we can to try and get them. Maybe if we have enough players, we'll do a silver event. So
that'd be really cool. I mean, hopefully, as the event gets closer to its real cap, the amount of people who are not going to make day 2 is probably going to go up a little bit as well. So
for sure.
Gives a nice padding for some redemption style events, which I noticed like ever since that started becoming really normalized in the community, people have been loving it, right? Like the amount of times folks are just like, hey, this is my weekend to come play Magic. And if I eat shit day one, like it's nice to know that I can basically have a chance at redemption. Like for me, every time I scrub in the main event, I'm always like, all right, find a friend, borrow a random deck that I've never played before. Let's go redemption event time. Like it's always just a good vibe.
100%. Yeah, this is the time the redemption events are like the lobby con deck that you tested the night before. You can now like play,
Yeah, absolutely.
So this is in a nutshell what we're doing this year. We also have a food vendor that will be there at the all day, both days, same vendor as we used last year. If you didn't have tacos, this is the taco guy. They will be making breakfast foods, so there will be coffee, breakfast burritos, and breakfast items available.
It was great last year, honestly.
Yeah. Did you have some tacos?
Oh yeah. I was able to parse through whatever my stomach can handle as a.
Oh yeah. Fair. Yeah. So I will be talking to our vendor to ask if we can see about having some options for both vegan and gluten free. I think that's also important because it's close to other food options, but during the middle of the day, like it's hard to get there. Yeah. And I don't want people to have to DoorDash. So I'll definitely ask.
Right. Is it the same venue as last time or is it a different one?
The same venue as last time, right in the middle of Kearny Mesa, San Diego, right behind the Hampton Inn.
Yeah. Very cool hall. It's definitely like not what you expect for a cEDH tournament space, but honestly, it was great. Like I really enjoyed it. It's like, is it a Masonic temple, something like that, right? Like, or is it?
It's a shrine. It's a Al-Bahir shrine. Yeah. But
it's
listen, when I first walked into the event space, I was like, the players are going to get a kick out of this.
Honestly, but it was great. Like it was spacious. Like I didn't feel like everyone was cramped, right? Like when you get in the hall itself, like it's definitely big and there's a lot of people moving around, right? But at the same time, like the lobby area was nice and big, and obviously it's San Diego, right? So the weather can only be so bad, right? So everyone hangs out outside a lot for sure. And I imagine if it's raining that day, it might get a little more cramped, but it felt pretty spacious when we were there last time for sure.
Yeah. And that's the hope, right? That's the hope. And moving forward, like this space, it can hold with the space that we need. And so either we increase, and this is like something that all TOs like struggle with. Like, do we stay the same size? Do we increase size? Do we move down in size? Right. I'm actually of the mind of like moving down in terms of not size, but in terms of price, and then finding a venue space that can hold more players.
Sure.
Right. And so there's talks about maybe doing like an invitational after this type of event for the West Coast circuit that I believe will be getting announced relatively soon.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. Yeah, it seems like there's been a lot of talk of that of regional circuits. We've got a number of them being discussed here in the East Coast. I know there's a giant East Coast one being talked about, and also some like micro ones. Like there's a Jersey scene, there's a Massachusetts one. So there's a lot of folks out there boosting up the community, which we love to see, because I think like those things, they get people out playing, right? Even if it's just having fun with your friends and going out there, right? But it feels good to have that goal to strive for, that I think a lot of people really enjoy.
But the I'm excited about the event. I do have a question for you, good sir.
Hit me.
So you came to Fishbowl 5, Fishbowl San Diego, and you played, and you barely missed top 16.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Okay. So what would you, going into this year, what do you think you would do different this year that you maybe didn't do last year?
Yeah. I mean, so like I keep referencing Fishbowl 5 as the tournament that made me give up on big flips, right? Like that is the only time I'd ever missed a top 16 on Kinnan, and that is the scorched earth that the ashes of Abomination Kinnan.
Abomination Kinnan?
Yeah, for sure. So like, that's, I will say that's a deck I'm considering. Abomination Kinnan has felt kind of nuts for me lately. That's a deck I'm considering. But like, it was definitely, for those who don't know, the West Coast meta tends to be a little bit, well, it's funny because like historically I would say it's the jammer meta, right? But like nowadays, the whole meta is kind of turning into a jammer meta, right? Like there's mid-range potential there for sure, but like people are putting spells in the stack nowadays, like it's, games are ending, right? Like I'm not worried about Born Upon a Win. People are going, hey, can we live past turn 3, right? Like that's actually the real concern here, right? And so like it's been very interesting to see these moves and shifts and adaptations for sure, right? Like, but also shout out to last Fishbowl, right? That was one of the most diverse top 16s I've ever seen in a major event, right? Like in an event of that size, like Derevi won the whole damn thing. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
Like Gyruda made top 16. Atali just bubbled out, right? Like there was a lot of hot decks in that top 16. So like I am excited if that's the level of unique deck building that we are going to see in this year's tournament. Obviously, we can't have it every time, and we can't just hope that the Miracle Wish happens every time. But like honestly, if another Derevi style deck is the one to take the crown at the end of the day, you boys gonna be thrilled.
Yeah, for sure. There's I played in a tournament recently. It was a 64-person tournament in LA. And Zerda won.
Right? Yeah,
Birdcage. Yeah, Zerda won. And I was playing
Wayne.
big flips. Wayne is great, dude. I was so proud of it. I was like, bro, let's go. But I played big flips in that tournament, and the games that I lost on turn 2. It was just like, that'll do it. And the games that I won because we got past turn 2. And so I think players have to really like decide, do I want to be turn 1 Atali, throw out a chunky boy turn 1, or am I going to be, do I want to be on control? I think that. Yeah.
And you got to ask yourself, like, am I playing a deck that's going to hunt those wins aggressively and be okay with the losses, but have that rough top 16 run? Or am I going to be one of those decks that just says like, I have a consistent game and I may squeak into top 16, but those top 16 pods, I'm going to just basically slap around the whole pod, right? Like that's really what comes out in a lot of these 7, 8, 9 round tournaments is this idea of like, okay, how do we, balance the need to put up wins when the threshold is so high because of how many people are present, right? Versus that dynamic of, okay, but how can we get that level of consistency going on, right? Like it's, very infamous right now. A lot of these decks that are doing really well, you'll watch the same pilot who tops 4s like a several 100-person tournament scrub out of a 60-person the next weekend, right? Because that's just the nature of Turbo, right? Like it is a beast that we are all just having hubris enough to try and wrangle, right? And so like it's a really interesting dynamic. And I really think that the meta moving towards this tournament is going to be pretty interesting for sure. I'll definitely be like, putting my hand on the pulse for sure, trying to get a rough idea of like just in general what's happening. And luckily for anyone hoping to attend this tournament, we've got a number of tournaments leading up to it, right? Including Lango's newest event, the Cookout. We've got the Wilkes Barre Beatdown, which is happening the weekend that I'm recording this with you, right? There's a lot of reasonably sized events happening leading up to Fishbowl where we can start to glean a lot of that data, right? A lot of folks who watch this channel will be looking for that kind of information to basically see like, okay, what's working going into this tournament. At the same time, right? Now we're talking about, and now we're looking at the other side of the country, and you can bet a good half of these people are not going to be on one and the other, right? Like you'll have your consistent folks, the people who are like at every big event, right? But you're not going to have the same general populace, right? So that's a whole different aspect to digest and understand too.
Yeah, it's really interesting because the meta that I'm currently seeing is very much, hey, look, we're going to send it, we're going to send it, we're going to send it. And when I'm thinking about decks that I want to bring to a tournament, I really want to really get a pulse on, can I just have a turn one that like doesn't like my turn one can't be like turn one land Soul Ring. Like that's not good enough. You know what I mean? Like it has to do something. It has to do something. Right. So I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what people bring. I'm also a little nervous to see like people's interpretation of what the meta is and then like get blown out completely because it may be misread.
Yeah, I'm not cEDH, right?
Yeah.
Well, and here's one of my favorite stats to throw out here too, right? So we're expecting a 7-round tournament, right?
Yep.
And if we cap at 300, right? We're looking at that number. Thinking about it like this, mathematically speaking, you as an individual play with 3 different people every single round during Swiss, right? Meaning you're going to play over 7 rounds. If you play the entire tournament, you only play against 21 people out of 300. So you might even be preparing for the meta TM, right? But you will be playing against a subsection of the meta. Like I can't say how many major cEDH tournaments I've gone to where someone's like, guys, the amount of Corvold in this room is crazy. And then another person goes like, I haven't played a single Corvold. What are you talking about? Crazy stuff like that is so frequent in these events. Cause once again, you're playing less than 10% of the population, right?
Yeah.
So you're basically your gleaning of the meta, your picking up of pieces is going to be determined by first of all, how well you do, how early you do well. And just also at the end of the day, the dice rolls, right? Like the randomization that goes to who you're playing against, what seed order you're playing against those people in, right? How your deck fares into X, Y, or Z configurations. Because the difference between a pod of 2 blue farms, a Rogsai and a Kinnan versus 2 blue farms, a Tivit and the Kinnan is literally a dynamic world of difference that is so hard to understand from the outside view. But when you go into it, and that one person is 1 seed up in turn order, or that one person has a different deck than the other person that could have been in there. Like all of that stuff drastically changes this format because this format is variant soup, right? At the end of the day. And the good pilots are out there trying to wrangle all those variables.
Yeah, seriously. It's so funny. You mentioned earlier the idea of a player who like top 4 is a really large tournament, and then like can't 3 drops, 60-person tournament, right? The amount of rounds makes such a big difference there.
Oh yeah,
because like right, if you're winning 1 in 4 games in a 7-round tournament, you're probably going to get 2 wins, and like you could bubble into 16 if you get a couple draws right there, right? Yeah. And so I really like 7 rounds for this because it gives players a chance to really feel out what's going on and try to adjust their game plan to what they're seeing.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, even look at my Steel City run, right? Like I went 1-4 to 4-4, right? Like it is just one of those, or I guess, it was 1-4. Yeah, 1-4 to 4-4, right? So like it is just one of those dynamics where like it is a, sometimes like in a smaller tournament, right? I just have an awful day and I leave, right? Very sad. But in a larger event like that, I got the chance to get 17th place, right? And so like these events do have somewhat of a balancing nature of like, there's only so many times that you can get the low roll, right? Whereas there is somewhat of a like, okay, at some point something's got to go right for you.
Yeah, something got to go. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really funny. Yeah, I really feel that. Sometimes you get in a really good run. Yeah. We mentioned the boy. So I've been playing a lot of big flips, and I've been playing in the Critical EDH League a lot. And I had a lot of wins in a row. Like, what's going on here? And then I had 7 losses.
Yeah.
You know, the roll of the die just happens. It just happens. Sometimes you just don't got it no more. It happens. And so I think in these big tournaments, you know, hopefully the chance to equal out is there. And the Fishbowl will have enough rounds for you to, you know, get to where you need to go.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
Awesome. Okay. We talked about the meta a little bit. We talked about the event itself. We, if folks are interested in the pricing breakdown, all that kind of stuff, you can first of all see it on the lovely screen ahead of me. There's also a little schedule all up on the website because you all are consummate professionals and actually have things written out, and it's fantastic and lovely. And yeah, how are you feeling going into this? How does it feel to have yet another Fishbowl on the horizon?
I love the Fishbowls. They're really fun. The hardest part is this part. Is like all the stuff that happens before. But usually the day of, we start, round 1 fires, and we kind of go through it. I've been a big fan of making all of the hard work happen before. Yeah. That way, the day of, it can be running pretty smooth. Yeah. And I'm excited to see my friends, right? I'm excited to see a bunch of people who I don't normally get to see come out to San Diego, enjoy my city. Including you. I get to see you. Oh man, so excited.
But last time we got to do an escape room together, it was great.
yeah, we got to do escape room. It was great. I had a good time. You know, it's one of those things like this. I feel the same way about Magic on Vegas. It's like Magic Summer Camp. You know, and this is like just an extra little dose of friend and good feelings. So I'm really excited. I can't wait for it. I hope to see as many people there as we can get. Yeah. And every year it gets bigger and bigger. So this year I'm looking to cap the event out for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, last year, I believe y'all hit the record before Steel City of the biggest one, or very close, right?
We were close. Yeah. I think last year we had 280. So we were in the top like 5.
Yeah, pretty damn good. Dude.
Pretty insane.
Especially
not bad. Yeah. The West Coast.
Yeah, exactly. The West Coast. Exactly. Hell yeah, man. Well, this is awesome. Very exciting. Very excited to talk about this event moving forward, all the prep that's going to be going on for it. You'll definitely see me going through the meta, breaking everything down and leading up to it. If Fishbowl 6 is in your goals, definitely keep an eye here on the channel. Something coaching. Something coaching. If folks are interested in prep leading up to this event, obviously you can feel free to hit me up at comedianmtg@gmail.com, all that kind of stuff if you're interested in getting a good foot forward for this event. I've actually had a lot of folks already reach out about this event specifically. So I definitely know it's drumming up some attention because this has been a big target goal for a lot of my West Coast friends, being like, okay, we're prepping for Fishbowl 6. Everything I do for the next 2 months is prepping for Fishbowl 6. So it's pretty exciting stuff. So yeah, if you're all interested in that grind, all that kind of stuff, you know where to find me.
Awesome. Yeah, absolutely. And if you are interested in participating in the Fishbowl 6 in terms of a vendor, or you want to be an artist presenting at the Fishbowl 6, please reach out to me, Hire MTG on all platforms. And yeah, I'm happy to connect and hopefully make something happen.
Awesome, man. Any last shout outs you want to throw out there?
Shout out to you all for watching this content because Comedian is amazing. And shout out to TC's Rockets. That game store is amazing. They've been supportive of the series since I was like, hey, let's do something. And they're like, yeah, let's make it happen. So been very excited to have them as a partner. And I'm really excited to see how it goes this year. Really excited.
Hey, yeah, man. Well, awesome. We'll catch you all next time. Have an amazing week, everybody. Peace.